Hey everybody, T-Brain here. Today we're talking budget headers for your LS Swap Novas. Let's get into it. You don't want to fork up $400 to $1,200 for swap headers for your Nova project. If you're like me, you're on the fence on if you want to potentially go turbo later on. So I decided to go the cheapest route possible. And I also want to lower the front of my car about 2 inches. So clearance was a concern. And overall fitment was a concern due to the driver's side steering components. As a lot of you guys know, if you run long tubes, the primary does that weird loop-de-loop thing to get, so you have enough clearance for, your power steering, your steering box and stuff like that. So I decided to go super cheap, and I decided to go Speed Engineering LS Swap shorty headers. I've seen a lot of guys run these, doing some reviews. I picked these up for like $139 shipped. I waited around for a coupon. Typically you can pick them up for like $160 to $215, depending on the time of year and the sales and whatnot. So these are going to come with everything you need. I'm not going to use the exhaust bolts that came with it. They come with 2 V-bands. They come with these little guys, that have the O2 sensor in it, so that's kind of cool. These are TIG welded, so the quality's not too bad for what you get, And I'll do some close-up shots so you guys can check it out. Anyway, here's the driver's side, and I'll show you guys how close this thing hugs to the block. My engine's on the other side of the garage. Lighting isn't the best over there, so be forewarned. This guy right here is the passenger side. So here's the passenger side. It's so. As far as whenever you're building your exhaust with this, these are going to exit differently. So so that is something to keep in mind of. But if you're doing an LS swap, you're probably going to have to redo part of your exhaust anyway if you're not redoing the whole thing. So anyway, let's get into some detail shots, and I'll tell you what I think overall of the quality. So overall quality, the welds aren't bad. I don't see any issues that I think we'll have in the future. The V-bands are kind of cheap, but hey, for the price point, they're gonna work. They'll either get you down the road or they'll help you decide, if you want to throw on a turbo setup later on. So these will get your project driving while you're saving up for future parts, and they don't cost a lot of money. You could probably resell these for 80% of what you paid for them. So everything looks good. All right, everyone, here we are. I threw this on the driver's side. Even though my 2 outside exhaust manifold bolts have broken off, this is going to be exactly where it's going to be placed. So this shows you the exact fitment. Now, as you can see, these things are going to fit really, really nice. We're not going to have any issues as far as being in the way of our steering box. So overall quality for the price, I give this guy an A. This is the lowest of the budget. Like if you spent everything on your fuel system and your junkyard motor, or you spend a lot on you didn't buy a junkyard motor and you run out of funds, these will get you on the road. So I'll end with a few different angles so you can see the overall clearance on the driver's side. Passenger side is going to fit great, so I'm not even going to show that. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm T-Brain, What do you guys think? A budget or bust? I say budget.